Hello and welcome to Today in Film episode 23. I'm your host, Johnny Parry, and with today is.
Greg Toby.
Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 2011 film Drive, starring Ryan Gosling and. I've forgotten what the woman's name is. It's not good. I really need to stop doing this.
Maggie. No. Not Maggie
Carey
Gyllenhaal.
Mulligan.
That's it.
Carey Mulligan. Mulligan. Words.
Mulligan.
And actually, Mulligan, yes. It actually has quite a few big actors in it, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you got Bryan Cranston, Oscar Isaac.
Ron Perlman. No, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a very character-driven action,
them.
really.
It is. But the thing is, the actors don't draw away from the role, the roles they're in.
No, they go into their characters.
So Ron Perlman isn't just Ron Perlman. You're not looking at him being like, oh look, it's the guy who played Hellboy, and Oscar Isaac, especially now, you're not looking at him.
Yeah,
thinking,
you don't go
say
oh, it's Poe, yeah.
Or Ryan Gosling, you're not like, it's that guy from Love Actually or Crazy Stupid Love. No, not Love Actually. La La Land. What am I about? How the hell? I need to stop.
Yeah, almost.
I meant to mix up Crazy Stupid Love and Love Actually, but I managed to correct it in my head, and then I managed to say the other one out loud anyway.
Yeah, there we go.
So, yeah. What do you think of this film, Greg?
I really, really like it. I think it's incredibly dark, for what I thought it was going to be. A lot of driving, hence the title. Great performances, really good soundtrack. In fact, I was listening to it the other day. It's catchy as hell. And I just thought it's just a very, very solid film.
I really didn't know what this film was about. This was one that I went into completely blind.
Okay,
I didn't know Ron Perlman was in it. I didn't know Oscar Isaac was in it. So I was kind of happy to see that there were some notable actors in there.
Yeah.
I kind of, by the age rating, I kind of thought there was going to be some seedy shit in there, and the fact he was like a getaway driver. I didn't expect it to get that gory though, and
oh yeah,
I'm
halfway through it just completely changes.
I just like that the scene is like, to instantly spoil it, when you see Blanche in the mirror and you see the guy outside with a shotgun, and it's like, she's going to get shot on the side of the head. And I was just like,
and it's a shot that properly it hits you.
Oh yeah, because it's like her head explodes, and it looks kind of realistic. I was just like, oh, okay, then we're going that far down. I was kind of expecting bang, and she goes flying or something. It's like classic kind of movie, shotgun blast just blows you over.
Well, the thing is, I didn't see the shotgun. I didn't see the guy with the shotgun, so it just came as a complete surprise to me. I properly jumped out my skin. I think it was very, very late when I watched it, and I think I woke someone up.
Oh. Yeah, he just the guy's in the corner, but I can see how you might miss it because it's a strange scene.
Yeah, and you don't know where to look.
Yeah, to be fair, a lot of the film is kind of a bit you don't really know where to look unless it's just characters talking. But there are some scenes where you're kind of expecting is someone going to come out of the background or something? In the garage when Shannon, I think it is Bryan Cranston's character.
Yeah, Shannon.
When he gets confronted, you're kind of like, is the driver going to just appear out of nowhere? Because that was the last place we saw him. But it's like, nah.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say the one thing that bugs me about this film, but it doesn't really matter, is that the backstory of him being a stunt driver is very, very briefly seen.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, from what I read, I thought it was going to be sort of looking at his double life, and sort of going, well,
Yeah,
he's a stunt driver by day, getaway driver by night, and then the two would coalesce.
where is it? Yeah, a stuntman and getaway driver falls in love with Irene, who is married to a criminal. In a bid to protect her from her husband and some gangsters, he decides to cross over to the other side of the law. Not really,
Hmm.
because he's already
No,
a getaway driver, so
that's the thing. Yeah.
it's it's kind of hinted that he's like a seedy past with how he kind of turns up to Shannon, and he's
Hmm.
Shannon's just like, oh, he just kind of turned up one day, but
Yeah.
I really feel like
It almost reminds
the
me
first
of
half of the movie for me,
yeah.
yeah. What's it
Oh,
also
sorry.
remind you of?
So it almost reminds me of Nightcrawler. It's basically Drive,
Yeah,
but where it's about a photographer who pretty much
I
goes
really thought
insane and
I really
starts
did think that.
committing crimes himself.
I mean, to be fair, the image reminded me of Nightcrawler.
Hmm.
Like just looking at it,
Yeah, I mean the cinematography. Yeah.
Nightcrawler. If you look at the actual like poster or like cover, essentially,
Hmm.
they do look very kind of similar. It's man by a car,
Yeah. No.
or it's man
Absolutely. Yeah.
like in a car. So it's
Hmm.
kind of I was expecting a kind of similar-ish, you know, story kind of thing, but
Vibe.
it became very kind of it became quite actiony, didn't it? You know,
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah.
but just 10 out of 10 this film. Well, actually, no, not 10 out of 10. Yeah, we'll do the ratings later, but uh,
Hmm.
yeah, I really think first half of the movie, if this had been more, we saw him being a stunt driver, and then
Hmm.
maybe like he does some moves as a stunt driver that then come back like mirrored later in the film. It would kind of be like quite a cool thing to see, but
Yeah, that'd be quite
we get
interesting
that one
looking at,
scene where he
the
flips the
mirroring.
car. Yeah, that as people who write scripts now, I
Hmm.
like I feel like that would be quite a cool thing to see. Just it's like in movies where people
Yes.
learn how
See,
to
see
do
how
something.
the secret life, see how the secret life seeps into the face of your life, as it were. The part that
Yeah,
everyone else sees.
but he's um Nightcrawler, like whatever whatever the guy's name is. What's his name? I've forgotten. Jake Gyllenhaal. Like
I can't. Yeah,
his
I can't remember his character. It's been
his
years since
character's
I've seen it.
Lewis Bloom. Lewis Bloom.
There we go.
Um, yeah, he's a very very seedy character, and he
Hmm.
doesn't really do much, but he's characterized because of what he does do. Drive, however, has Ryan Gosling as a guy called the driver or whatever it is, and he
Hmm.
doesn't really.
Adult driver.
He's very much this. He's the same character all the time. Like, do you get what I mean?
Hmm. No, I completely agree. Yeah.
Because I feel like if he had been more characterized, like maybe maybe he comes out of his shell more or something. It just feels like he's too kind of edgy, realistically. Like he's this silent kind of like weird kind of. He doesn't seem socially in. He's what's the word? Socially inept, kind of.
Well, I
That's
mean,
what he comes
it's his
across as.
actions that speak louder than his words.
Yeah, but it's just like I want to know more about this guy.
Yeah, yeah, because
And
he's
can
a
we have a
blur, really.
yeah? Can we have a sequel to this
Hmm.
called Drive 2, Drive Faster,
Hmm.
but faster
Driving
spelled
again.
without an e, so it's just faster. Drive again. So yeah, just
Hmm.
I mean, just
Keep on driving.
I don't know what to say about this film.
Hmm.
To be
I think they
realistic.
missed an opportunity by not casting Adam Driver playing the driver.
Oh yes. If we have Drive 2, uh, this time it's personal, then I
Hmm.
feel that Adam Driver as a rogue, as like an enemy driver, would be quite good,
Yeah.
you know.
Or maybe
But
having, Baby Driver. Adult driver versus baby driver.
yeah, I feel like adult driver would probably win until it actually comes to
Hmm.
driving.
I don't
Because
know
to
though. I
be
mean,
honest,
depends what music's playing.
I suppose. However, Baby Driver has a lot more cool driving in it.
Hmm.
Like we
There's
get
a lot more drifting.
this for a film called Drive. Yeah, for a film called Drive, the driving is pretty tame in this film.
Yeah, it's just normal things that you'd see. It's just normal
Yeah,
driving.
whereas Baby Driver is very much like fun. This, I guess, would be the word.
Hmm.
Um,
But I think if they put in like any like properly like bombastic, sort of flamboyant tricks, I think it would have taken away from the drama of it all and the weight.
it could have. However, I do feel that if this film had been like, we see him learn, we see him doing a stunt where he has to like swing a car right round like a corner, and then later on he does that
Yeah.
as a getaway driver. It'd be quite like it I don't know. I feel like it'd work more.
Yeah, it would feel earned,
Yeah,
as Mark would say.
but no, yes. Do you know what's funny though?
Hmm.
I just went on IMDb for this film, and
Go
more
on.
like this, Nightcrawler.
Hmm. Huh.
This is the first one's Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, there we go.
and then you have Place
Great
Beyond
minds.
Pines. Like, yeah, it's just it's a it's weird. It's weird.
Hmm.
What is there's no
One of the
like
things I find interesting is the character that Oscar Isaac plays. He helped develop it in order for it to not like go on the tropes of this convict come home sort of character.
yeah, the Oscar Isaac character, wasn't it? Standard, I think.
Standard,
I
yeah.
can't remember. I think it's standard. Yeah, it's the second he appeared, I knew he was going to die. Like, it's obvious. I think
Yeah, that's the
just
thing. Like,
just kind of
you get that in a lot of films. You meet a character and they have a sort of vibe about them where it's just like, you're not gonna last long, mate.
yeah.
You're only here to, you're fodder.
You're gonna die. Oh shit, we've lost connection. Are you
Just like,
back?
oh, you're dead, mate. Yeah, I'm here.
Man, the connection just like dipped then.
Oh, that's the
This
trouble
is
with
so
recording
annoying, man.
remotely.
Yeah. Remote recording. Can we just like get rid of this pandemic so we can go back to being in person again?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Listen, CEO of Corona. Listen, you're disrupting the podcast.
Heated beer
So
is not the best. Lager, sorry. So, um, I find it funny. One of the bits of trivia for this film was that Ryan Gosling replaced Hugh Jackman, and
I couldn't
I
imagine
can't
Hugh
see Hugh
Jackman
Jackman as
in
this
this.
character. No, at all, because I just don't really see him. Like, I mean, Prisoners, the
Hmm.
film about his daughter
Yeah,
getting kidnapped.
Dennis Villeneuve.
Yeah, that that like that's probably the closest it would be to this, I guess, for like
Yeah.
different acting. But
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
I don't know.
this
I just
doesn't
can't
fit him.
see.
Like, he's a very different actor.
Oh yeah, and if you got around, if you remember, in 2011, Hugh Jackman was ripped
Yeah,
for Wolverine, so it would be very different seeing Hugh Jackman doing all the like punching, kind of beating up people, versus Ryan Gosling, who's
exactly.
not
Yeah.
like as physically big. It's like
Hmm.
well, think about it. Nice Guys, you know,
Great film.
a film, a film starring Ryan Gosling and starring the original choice for Wolverine, Russell Crowe. And Russell Crowe
Yeah.
is like he's a force compared to Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's forced to be reckoned with.
he's and realistically, Hugh Jackman's closer to Russell Crowe than he is Ryan Gosling.
That's the thing. Yeah. But I think by
This is
having
so weird.
Ryan Gosling, he's the most unsuspected. You don't look at him and think, oh, he could do the stuff he did in Drive in real life.
No, but you look at Hugh Jackman when he's ripped, and you're like, yeah, he probably could. So
Yeah,
it's
watch out.
strange. Uh, oh wow. Apparently, the trailers for this film made it look like Fast and Furious kind of style, and a woman sued them because she didn't get that sort of film.
Oh my
Which
word.
that's a choice.
I mean, she thought it was going to be all about family, which technically it was, but
Oh, is it?
mm,
I mean, it's the
you know,
first time I felt like bad for a character getting killed.
yeah,
Bring back standard for the sequel.
exactly. Just go. Oh no, it didn't actually die. It was just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he just returns like somehow
Hmm.
standard has returned. Just just to riff on it.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling sees this as a superhero film, which is why he turned down Batman. Apparently,
Was he meant to
I
be
mean, I
Batman?
don't
Wow.
really get
Okay.
that. Well, instead of Ben Affleck, so like
Yeah.
that probably would have been better, to be honest.
Yeah, I completely. Well, I mean, anyone would be better than Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Uh, this is one of those films. Um, people like wouldn't drop out of other films to do usually.
Hmm.
It's one of it's nothing. It's not got a name
No,
behind
it's
it like
it's
the
not a huge
writers
film.
and directors. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I had heard of it. I think I'd like seen it on like the poster or like something on
Hmm.
Amazon, but I'd never watched it because I just kind of like, oh, it's probably
Yeah,
just
you
another
see,
film like
this is the sort of film that
like
I'd always see talked about in lists and stuff, and like people posting like frames from the film. So it's a iconic film in terms of like film discussion, but in terms of the the mainstream, it's very much, you know, your typical indie action, you know.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this then? Like, what do you think of this as a film that is of this style? I suppose.
In terms of this style, it's very neo noir, is what I'd refer it to as. So
Yeah.
it's like your typical film noir, but in the modern day.
Yeah.
I like the neon style, which, you know, pops up in a lot of Nicholas Winding Refn's filmography, such as Neon Demon and Bronson. Um,
Yeah.
One criticism I have is it perhaps doesn't spend enough time on perhaps some of the side characters, like for example Shannon. You know, Bryan Cranston's character popped up, you know, near the beginning, and we didn't see him toward, you know, until really, I'd say, a little bit in the second act, tiny, you know, tiny bit in the third act. That was it.
He's not really he's not really needed as a main character, which is
Yeah,
good.
that's true. But with films like this, you usually expect there to be more character building, you know, on everyone's part.
Yeah, but the thing is, so like films, films of this style, where it's very character driven, very story based,
Hmm.
um, especially in the first half. You know, it does become more actiony in the second half, but even then, it's like I'd say slow action as a way to explain it,
Yeah, it doesn't overdo it.
because they're not. Um, oh, man, I think it's cut out. God damn it!
No, no, you're still good.
Oh, what were you going to say? You kind of like cut off.
Did I? Oh, I
Yeah,
don't remember cutting out.
you're going to say something.
No, no,
It
no.
sounded like you started a sentence and it just like stopped. Oh
No, I finished my
man,
sentence.
I'm just. All right. Um. Yeah, I forgot what I was, I forgot what I was saying then.
Oh, we
Um.
lost it.
We've lost it. It's difficult to do this with only two people, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's difficult to do it remotely. Remotely, I hate it now. Like it's
Yeah,
so
I
much
can't
easier in
stand it.
person.
Hmm.
Oh, just being able to sit in the same room is it's just a luxury we didn't really understand at the time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we thought, you know, like, this is it. We're doing in person from now on. You know, we got our setup. Let's go.
It, I mean, hopefully we're back in person soon, but this is just like the
Probably
connection
not until the
issues,
new year,
and
though. Yeah.
probably not. No, and it's a pain, isn't it? It's just like the delay you have, the kind of little technical issues. Like it really, it's a real bummer, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you don't hear what I've said until a couple seconds after.
No, I don't, and you don't hear what I've said until I've said it.
Yeah,
So
that's the
it's
thing.
quite. So that although there's not really a delay for you, as your reaction is delayed for me, it's delayed. It's just like I'll be sat there waiting for a response, and it'd be like 2 seconds will go past, and then you suddenly come in. It's just like
Mm.
that's it's because it's not thinking time. It's like it's thinking time, and then you've got just the pause from the connection,
Yeah.
and it is so annoying.
Hmm. A little behind the scenes for the
Jeez,
audience at home, of course.
behind the scenes, God. this is the happy life of doing it remotely.
Oh yes.
Like, I mean, once I'm back at home, it'll be fine. Like, the internet connection at home was fine compared to this place, but like,
yeah, same here.
You don't appreciate it until you've not got it.
Mm.
And it's something that we desperately need to do a podcast.
Oh
because
yes.
you can't. It's hard to have a proper conversation.
Hmm.
So anyway, should we get back to talking about Drive?
Right, back in the car. Here we go.
Vroom vroom.
Seatbelts on.
Seatbelts on, yeah. Yeah, this is a safe drive.
Hmm. Unless you're a rebel.
I mean, do you need to be? Yeah, that's the one thing I found weird. Christina Hendricks, who plays Blanche, she has absolutely no time in the film, but she had like top billing.
It could
So
be
I
a
was a bit like,
contractual thing.
it probably is like she was like, I want top billing, you know.
Yeah, well, it's like Jack Nicholson in Batman. You know, like Michael Keaton
Oh,
plays
you got
Batman.
first.
You know, the title character, and yet Jack Nicholson playing the Joker has top billing, and it's just like what?
It's weird. I feel like
Hmm.
I read somewhere that they did. I feel like I read somewhere that they did two different endings. I
Okay.
think. I feel like there was one. I
Hmm.
feel like I read it somewhere. I can't see it here. Basically, the whole thing of kind of him getting stabbed. You know, like
Hmm.
dying. I think it was. Uh,
Yeah. I think that would have been a
I
bit
get.
more impactful, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of, the classic taxi driver ending of, well, that's just another day in the taxi.
Oh yeah. So in an alternate ending, uh, the driver didn't die. He just left. He buggered off. So
Hmm.
I mean, technically the ending is open for this film, so it could be
Yeah.
that he does just bugger off. But I don't know, man.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's one of those films that it's like I would happily see a sequel, but then I wouldn't really want to see a sequel.
That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, there are lots of films like that where you think, there's places where this could be extended, and sort of, branched off from. But in reality, like it doesn't need it.
Yeah. The most I want to see was would be like a very similar kind of film. Hello and welcome back to Today in Film. Uh, well, we lost connection, and let's start this conversation again.
Here we
Greg, what do you think of what were we talking about?
go. We were talking about Adult Driver starring Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Yep. And what do you what's your favorite thing about this film?
I'd say ooh. I mean, one of the things is definitely the scorpion jacket. I want one myself. Um,
Oh yeah.
Also, I really liked the slow build up. How all the emotions were sort of very subtly thrown in. Just a little like slip under your nose. Until wham, it like hits you in the face.
See, the whole like the start of the film is very slow, and
Hmm.
I was kind of like if the action had been a bit longer,
Yeah.
like, or if he'd done more action before it kicked off, I feel like it would have been a bit better, you know.
Yeah, no.
But that's only a suggestion. It's not like the film was awful because it didn't do that. It's just that I feel had we seen his skill as a stunt, like as a fighter or something, then it would have been like, oh, okay, then this guy's a trained fighter because he just takes out a load of people with like ease, doesn't he? So
Yeah, but I really like it. What about you?
I really like it because it has some really interesting characters in it, really well acted. Like it makes you actually care about the characters.
Yeah.
And then interestingly, it has some real interesting like action and effects. Like the gore in it is like strange because it's an action. It's not like a horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was all
And
done in
like
post.
it was half practical. It was like a bit practical, and then it was like post.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, how much of it? Because the head explosion when she gets shot with the shotgun,
Oh, that's quite
that
obviously
looks
CGI.
practical as hell. No,
Oh,
but like
really?
how it, yeah. The first bit, it looks like something's being like exploded from the inside out, and then
Okay.
it's been like edited.
Hmm.
But it's usually you wouldn't see effects like this in an action movie unless it was like a war movie.
Yeah. It's
Because
a weird juxtaposition.
yeah, like well, because like that's what I was thinking. The whole point I was thinking like um how Hollywoodian is this going to be? Like, is she going to go flying into the wall or something?
Hmm.
Like that because that's what usually happens. But I was pleasantly surprised, weirdly,
Yeah, well, I was
because
pleasantly
it's
surprised by
boring
the
when you
entire
just have it
film.
all the time. Oh yeah, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't know what to expect, to be fair, but you know,
I definitely think it's a bit too short. It could have had some extension in
yeah.
places. But apart from that, no complaints.
Oh, it's yeah. There's no complaints apart from like if it had been longer, you could have done more with it. You
Hmm.
could have had more in there. Like I feel like if they had extended it and showed us more of him being a stunt driver and mirroring it, that's my only point that
Yeah.
I can say about it
There's not enough
because
story.
there's not enough story, there's no emotional heart, the action's
Yeah.
not deserved.
Yeah.
But
There we
yeah,
go.
it's it's a good film.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Hmm.
Don't know if it's still on there. Might have been removed. Who knows? Um, what would you give it out of 10, Greg?
I'd say a 8 out of 10. It's high, but like
Yeah,
with extra length, and like you said, some foreshadowing in terms of the action, it could be a 9.
yeah. I think I'd agree with that. All right. Although I will give it a 7.5. I think just
Oh, okay.
because it. I like. I kind of. I was definitely more into the film once the action started because we hadn't really. It was such a juxtaposition. It was like, ooh, what's this?
Hmm. I
But
think
I
before the
feel like
action
had we had a
kicked in,
bit
it could have
more.
been a 12.
Oh, gotcha. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is a bit. It's a bit
Seems a bit tame.
tame. That yeah, Jinx. Yeah. Oh, just it's so hard to discuss films that you like. So hard.
Yeah, as we always say.
Why do we choose films that we like? But nah, we know what happens when we hate a film and it's not good. But
Yeah.
Have you got anything else you want to say about this film?
No, not really. No, it's yeah. Drive, go
Yeah,
watch it. Good film,
go drive.
but don't watch it whilst
Driver's
driving.
license not required. Yeah, don't do that. Probably crash and die.
Mm.
For a movie about cars, strange there's no death in a car. You know,
Hmm.
bit
Yeah,
strange
it is
that.
a bit odd.
But anyway, well, actually, no. There probably are deaths in the car. There's a few car crashes that are like probably people probably kill people. But that'll be it for this episode, I think. And I don't know why I said I think. It is the end. Go and watch other episodes. Go subscribe. Go, I don't know, maybe like this episode or whatever. If you're on Spotify, then do whatever you can do on that. I don't know if you can do anything
Yeah,
on that.
do what you like.
I don't
We're
know.
not your mum.
Yeah, leave a review. Do what you like. We'll see you next week for a film. I don't know what we're doing because I haven't picked it yet.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, but come back for the
See ya.
subsequent movie film.
That we've already done. Episode 21. No, 20. Wait, yeah. I don't know actually. I think it's 20.
Hmm.
That's me.
I've lost
I
count.
don't know. Yeah, I know that we did. We've done it. So go watch it and see you next time. See ya.